go ahead and evaluate these inverse trig functions, since you guys are awesomely gnarly and cool. Okay, so let's find the arc cosine of square root of 2 over 2. All right. And this means the cosine of what angle is radical 2 over 2. Now over here, I've placed the domain and range values, meaning that our cosine of what y value or cosine of what angle, well, if you look at cosine right here, it has to be between 0 and pi. It has to be, because if it's not between 0 and pi, then it's not possible. But since you guys know your unit circle like it's cool, nerd for life, we know that y is going to be, y is going to be square root of, what the heck is going on with my pen here? Hold on here. All right, there we go. Y is going to be pi over 2. And there we go. Because the cosine of pi over 2 is square root over 2. And it is true that this is within the elements of 0 and pi. Okay, so just remember that. This has to be in between this range value. If it's not, then it's not possible. Okay? Coming over here, this means the cosine of what value is going to be -1. So we got to think about the unit circle here. The cosine of what value is going to be -1? Well, that's going to be y must be pi. Okay, because the cosine of pi is -1. And pi is within, pi is within the element of 0 to pi. So that one is true. Arctangent of 0. Arctangent of 0 means the tangent of what y value is 0. So see here. So we know that it's going to have to be between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. There's only one value, and that's going to be 0. The tangent of 0 is y over x, right? So that's 0 over 1, which is going to be 0. And this is also within the element of 0. I'm sorry, not 0, but it's within the elements of negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Let me just make a note. Make sure that you use parentheses. That's very different from using brackets. And our last example here. Tangent or arctangent of -1 means the tangents of what y value is -1. So let's think about this here. What angle is going to give us -1 right here? We want the tangent of what y value is going to give us -1. Well, let's think about this here. If you look at the unit circle, it has to be the same thing. So it's going to be y must be pi over 4. Wait a minute, though, but we'll make it negative right there. And that's within the elements of negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. And that's supposed to be a negative, by the way. Okay, so some examples right there.